why the cussing? Why didn't you care?
I don't know. It's never really bothered me, but I mean, as long as I'm not like cussing somebody out, But if I stub my toe, I'm gonna say some bad things
Yeah. Okay. The Kelly gave up pretty quick. Like you tried, right?
Lasted fun.
What's that?
Lasted like a solid 15 minutes.
15 minutes. That's right. You went on a quick one. Who was like 6 hours in? They were like, and then they realized they kept doing it or whatever. There's Gabrielle. What did you guys learn about yourselves? What did we learn?
When I intentionally think about it, I'm successful.
Okay.
But in the moment I caught off guard or surprised, I fail.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Same for a lot, right? Who kind of forgot about it partway through? Yeah. Right. And then did you catch yourself at all? Came back later? Yeah. Same for me. Like I was teaching other classes, trying not to swear. I'd swear in class, and then I would be like, "Damn it!" And then the cycle was not good, right? Who's trying to not say frick? Is that this class? What? So you already worked on not cussing, and you wanted to stop saying frick? Why? Not a bad word.
I think I can accurately describe emotions better instead of using a
That's right.
word like frick.
That's right. Yeah. So he already took it on himself to try to eliminate that, but didn't even want to use the word frick, which I thought was a pretty good substitute. Okay, if I'm being honest, but good for you. Okay. All right. So, what happened in the book at Dead Week at Stanford?
They dropped all their unhealthy habits.
Yeah, or happens
Or
here. All healthy habits, right? Same thing happened here? Yeah? What happened? You got tests coming up? How you doing, Aaron?
I got railed by 2 of them, but I think the others I did alright.
Okay, all right. But how's everything going? Like, are you getting to PT? Are you eating healthy?
Yeah, everything alright is decent, except sleep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're giving up sleep, okay, which we know is not great, right?
that's correct.
Okay, all right, so we gotta do it. So why does dieting lead to you having an affair? What happens?
Put in so much effort, you just stop caring about the other girl.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I'm on a diet. I'm gonna lose weight. Oh, I'm gonna go cheat on my spouse. How the hell does that correlate, right? What happened? What'd she talk about?
Super focus.
What?
Super focus.
Super focused, Madison?
Yeah, they were basically saying like you only have enough willpower for one thing.
Sure.
And so like with dieting, you focus all your willpower, and then your brain doesn't have enough energy for willpower, like resisting cheating.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, you're right. When's your self-control the highest?
You slept while you're happy.
Huh?
You're not hungry.
Yeah, not being hungry, part of it, okay? When else? When is your self-control the best?
In the morning.
In the morning. Why?
You haven't used any?
Yes, right. Exactly. Okay. So you haven't used any. So you get through the day, you got some tests, you got to take care of Miss Rev, right? You got other things going on, and you get to the end of the day, and you told yourself in the morning, I didn't do PT because I was studying, so I'm going to go to the rec today. What happens? You're not going. Why, William?
You get to the end of the day and you've used your willpower so much that by the end you're just drained.
Right.
You can't do it.
Absolutely. So the rec goes, the project you got to do, the assignment, right? Or whatever extra thing you were going to do, the thing you want to do for yourself, suffers, right? Okay? That sucks. All right. How does resisting sweets lead to procrastination?
If you resisted the sweets, you've done something good, so you can do something bad.
Bingo. Yeah. What else?
I would say it's kind of the same concept, like the focus thing, like you're focusing on not eating the candy, so
Right.
let's distract myself from that and not have to do something more challenging.
Absolutely. Okay. Things that you don't think are requiring willpower are exhausting. The simple decisions, the things you're having to do first thing in the morning. A lot of you wrote about tracking how much time you're on your phone or social media. What did we learn?
I use it a lot more than I thought.
You checked it 22 times in 50 minutes, right?
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, right? Okay. Who else? Gina, what'd you learn?
Yeah, like whenever I have downtime, I'll just,
And how many times did you realize that we're just, several of you wrote about Instagram, right? Jumping on there and then you just kept going, right? Yeah, okay. By design. All right, that's exactly how it's supposed to work, okay? Are we doomed? Are we all screwed?
Yeah.
Okay. Life is hard, give up. Most important lesson, okay? What happened with the entrepreneur and her schedule?
She added an hour in the beginning of her schedule to make time.
Why? Yeah, so what was she normally doing in her workday? She wanted to be an entrepreneur, remember? She wanted to start her own business. She was working long during the day.
I think she spent too much time on her emails. And
Yeah,
then
when?
When? In the morning.
Morning, right? Before she even went to work, she's cranking out emails for an hour, okay? When she could have just waited, right? So then what'd she do? Kelly?
She used that hour to start a business instead of checking her emails and saved her emails for work.
Yeah, exactly. First thing in the morning, we're good to go, right? Day's pretty good. We're going to be okay. We're going to do all the things we promised ourselves. Use that time in the morning. Okay, good. So she wasn't doomed. She said change it. Who's taken me before? Who's had me before? Remember the cookies and the radishes? Remember me too? Anybody? Ring a bell? I usually bring this up every class because I think it's helpful. And it's in the book, which is just by happenstance. This was the study where they put people in a room and it smelled like cookies. They showed them pictures of cookies. And then they asked them to do a task. And one room got cookies. And they did the task well. And the other room got radishes. And it went poorly. Right? Because who wants radishes when they've seen and smelled cookies? Okay? So, obviously, sugar is the answer, right? No? Why not? Hey, Nolan's saying yes. What do you got, Nolan?
I mean, it works.
It works? Why?
The cookies are great.
Huh?
Cookies are great. Can't deny them.
Rip is open without a shoot
But it's also a personable thing.
Anybody want some? Want some candy? No? Who wants candy?
What do we have to do?
Huh?
What's the task we have to do? What's the catch?
Nothing. Who wants candy? We need sugar, right? If we're running low on sugar, okay, it biases us towards our worst selves, okay? If we're hungry, right, we might need a little sugar boost. Kelly, you drink Bangs, right?
Bangs, yes. But
Why?
They have no sugar.
Oh, really? I have no idea. Okay, I don't drink any of that crap. Okay, so I have
And a
enough.
shit ton of caffeine.
I have enough vices in my diet. I don't need energy drinks. Okay. Anybody want some? Who wants a piece of candy? I brought it for y'all.
What you got over there?
Whatever you want, man. If you have peanut allergies, don't eat the M&M peanuts. Okay. Twix. Twix are delicious. Some Snickers. Three Musketeers. Who likes Three Musketeers? Ugh, terrible. Okay. Milky Ways. Don't touch. Anybody want some?
I'll get some at the end of class.
Okay, you can get it now if you want. Okay, I don't want you to run out of energy on me. Okay, we just started class, right? Eat it. Okay, we need sugar, right? Is your brain what?
No.
We don't need sugar?
Well, I mean, you do need sugar, but you need it in the right form. So, like, if you eat, like, crap, you're going to perform like crap. So, at least that's my philosophy.
Yeah.
I know personally, like, from my own experience, once I took myself off of, like, processed foods and sugar and stuff like that, not only was I, and then implemented exercise, I was able to focus almost as well as when I was on ADD meds.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Is your brain stingy with energy?
Yeah.
Why?
You don't want to die.
Well, you're not living a really threatened life right now, Andrew. I think you're okay, right? CTOs maybe. Okay. Some of them want to kill you, right? You think, William? Some of them going to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay. Why, Andrew? Why is your brain stingy with energy?
We're supposed to be.
Okay. Yeah.
We're
Why?
bred that way.
Huh?
We're bred that way.
What? But why? You're right. Everything's right. But why? Why does your brain do that?
Because we were, I mean, way back when we didn't want to die.
Yeah. Yeah. Needed some reserves, right?
Yeah.
Just in case. Okay. What's the first thing to be cut? What does your brain cut off first?
The highest energy process.
Huh?
Highest energy demand.
Okay, but which is what?
The frontal lobe, right?
Yeah, which controls
Willpower.
self-control, right? Okay. This was in the book. It talks about the financial crisis, 08, 09. And the government gave the banks all that money to help everybody out, and what did the banks do? Held on to the money. Why? Because they're stingy bastards. Direct quote. Look at Brandon reading the book. Okay, way to go. That's no different than your brain. Your brain has the energy, but it's like, nope, not going to let you use it. Okay, so how are we going to get through that? What does diet soda contribute to when you're trying to diet? Huh? Sugar cravings, which leads to what? Cheating and, huh?
Breaking your diet.
Yeah, obesity. Huge problem. Okay? Who goes to Whataburger, gets like double meat with cheese, right? On track, large fry, and a Diet Coke or Diet Pepsi?
Nah, you just get unsweet tea.
Unsweet, my man. Who thinks that is communism? Yeah, sweet tea, right?
That's all.
Awesome. Okay, so much sugar. Okay, soda's the problem. Okay, we need some sugar. We don't need a lot of extra. Soda is an issue, like artificial sweeteners, NutraSweet, and all that stuff. They're not great. When I graduated with my PhD, the person I sat next to did her entire research study on artificial sweeteners. Okay, it's not good, right? Because your body thinks it's sugar and tries to break it down, but it's not sugar. It was pretty interesting because we had like hours to sit through the graduation, so I learned a lot. But we can't just go and tell Diet Coke and Diet Pepsi, this is really bad for everyone, right? It's in political and all that stuff, which is pretty nuts, okay? But artificial sweeteners and stuff are not good for us, right? But that's what leads to problems. Our body wants sugar and it's not getting it, okay? Okay. No, eat the snack. I gotta wait. Why say no when it feels so good to say yes?
It's a trap.
Is it? It's not a trap, buddy. I just told you needed sugar.
That makes it sound more like a trap.
That's exactly what somebody would say, right?
It's just like the candy in the van.
Candy in the what?
Candy in the van.
Well, I'm not a stranger, man. I'm not trying to poison you. You just saw me open it.
Are you
Okay?
implying you're
No.
not strange?
Huh? What'd you say?
Are you implying you're not strange?
Oh, I'm pretty strange. I'm just not a stranger to you guys. Okay?
Personally, I just don't want candy right now.
Don't want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have it with me later in the day if I will.
Well, take some. You can eat it later.
I'm not gonna try to take myself down later.
Before we got any of this willpower stuff, how many of you were immediately going to walk over and get a piece of candy? Yeah, you were laughing right away, right? You're like, this is not my way. You guys have weaknesses. That's okay. Not everybody does. No joke. My brother is a former Marine. Goes through OCS, and the attrition rate's really high, like of people not finishing officer candidate school. And they're like 2-3 weeks in, and this dude dropped out. Well, you're still there until they can put you on a plane home. Okay? And he's standing there having a candy bar and like gloating about it in front of all the guys who were still going to become Marines, right? Can you imagine all the time and energy to get there to be a Marine? And he's like, I get to have a Snickers, sucks to be you guys. What the hell is that about, right? Like, why? Why would you go? I mean, they were literally like, what an idiot, thank God he's out, okay? So, yeah, I thought it was a funny example. All right. Does sugar really run low in most of our diets? No, we eat plenty of it, right? Okay, especially usually without even trying. There's sugar in everything. Okay, which leads to whole other problems we can get into. Love to talk about nutrition, not the point of this class. Okay, but it's really not hard to get sugar, right? Now you can be hungry, right? Completely legit and understandable, but we probably don't need a lot of extra sugar. Okay, was that the trap? Okay, you can still have some. I really don't care. I literally want to see how you guys handle it today. I don't care. Some of you are like, Gabrielle, you want a piece?
Maybe.
Go get one. I don't care. Okay. Short-term thinking and impulsive behavior are most likely if we are hungry, if we are low on blood sugar, if we are tired, whatever the circumstance is. That's usually your most impulsive self. That's when like somebody comes in your room, let's go have fun, because you're just like, I don't care anymore, right? You just gave up, okay? So that's your most impulsive self, right? So, what are we going to do?
Sleep more.
Huh?
Sleep more.
Sleep more? Yes, good. The appropriate times. Yeah. What else?
You have to focus on the small goals and
Yeah.
apply yourself, not all at once.
Bingo. Yep, good. What else?
32 meals a day.
Three?
32.
3 to 2 meals a day. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, good. What else? Huh? Andrew?
He wants to go in the Hobbit meal.
You want a what?
The Hobbit meal plan.
Oh, yeah, you gonna have second breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11sies?
11s, snacks.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Can, right? You guys are young, working out.
Dinner, second dinner, supper.
Some of y'all need it. I mean, some of you, look, when I went to basic training, they were, because they, kind of like, I don't even know what they do to you guys at meals here, right? Okay, but we had to eat really fast. It was really uncomfortable, and you get yelled at and blah, blah, blah. So you learn to just shovel everything down, which is good because it tasted terrible anyway. Okay? But there were people that were so thin that they had to have time to eat. Right? Oh, we hated them. Hated them so much, right? For multiple reasons. Well, a lot of them were just young, right? They just needed the weight. Okay? How else? Right? Can you create and meet self-imposed deadlines?
Yes.
Yeah? Good idea, bad idea?
Great idea.
Why?
Because I mean, you get stuff done early, and if you fail at your own personal deadline, you didn't fail the actual deadline.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's one way we can train it, right? Okay, what else? What are other things you guys can do? Sit up. Do you ever work, well, you were a catcher, not a pitcher. Do you ever have pitchers, like, just work on their grip?
Oh yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, get one of those hands. You can get a tennis ball or racquetball or whatever, but one of those hand squeeze things, right? Just doing something will help with that. Working on your posture, something simple. Okay. How many of you guys tried to do the extra thing last week? Just one. Who was you write about your coat?
My coat?
I think it was Richard. Who wrote about hanging up their jacket? Oh, it was William. Yeah. Why? Tell me about this.
Okay, so I hate when I do that. I don't know why. It's just like.
Tell everybody what you do.
Okay, so I get anytime I wear a jacket and I come back into my room, I take it off because I don't need it anymore, and I put it on the back of my chair. And I hang it there, and it gets to the point where I have like 4 jackets.
Yes.
Like piled up. I freaking hate it so much. And so I was like, I'm gonna start hanging my jackets right when I take them off. And that was the thing. I got pretty good at it, and then like this one time I came and I put it on the back of my chair, and as I was writing the discussion post, I looked and I was like, holy freaking crap! Oh my god!
Outstanding. But you made an effort, right? And then you caught it. How many of you guys caught yourself doing the thing you were working on?
Yeah.
What happened, Emery? What were you working on? I can't remember yours.
Well, so I was running like 2 extra miles.
Oh, yeah, 2 miles a day, right?
Yeah, so basically you get to the weekend and like you do good during the week, and then the weekend comes and you go out, and then you wake up the next day and you're like, yeah, no.
Okay. Okay. But you did pretty good during the week, right? Okay. So was that better than nothing? Sure. Right? Did you maybe justify the weekend and not feeling so great?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. But you were at least doing that during the week, which is better than nothing at all. Right? Okay. All these things will actually help you guys. Okay? The muscle action being trained, again, don't make slides like this. This is to help me. And I wanted to get the quote right. The muscle being trained isn't the challenge. It's the habit of noticing what you're about to do and choosing the more difficult thing. I don't know if I said that right. Was noticing that you didn't hang your jacket up. Would you have done that a month ago? Would you have even noticed? No, you wouldn't have thought about it, right? Because it wasn't a big deal. But hopefully, is anyone seeing this stuff pay off a little bit with school? Yeah? Good. Kelvin, tell me about it. Why?
One of the biggest issues that I had coming in this semester was like I waste so much time in between working in classes and stuff, and I would convince myself that I had like all the time in the world, and then it would like come back to bite me.
Yeah.
And ever since starting talking about willpower, I've started like mentally, I guess like being more focused on what it is I need to work on.
Yeah.
And it's like really starting to pay off. Because like once upon a time, one of my labs would have taken me 2 weeks or like 2 days to do.
Yeah.
And I nearly finished it in like 3 hours.
And how'd you feel about that?
I felt really like accomplished.
Pretty awesome, right? Look at me. I did a thing. I'm done. Then what? Then what can you do?
I mean, like now I have a lot more time to do the like, instead of wasting my time in between, I have more time to myself to actually like enjoy myself.
Yeah.
So.
working out pretty good, right? Good, yeah. I made a difference. One person's life. Okay. All right, good. I love it. Okay. Nothing's impossible. Oh yeah? Go dribble a football. How many of you here? Nothing's impossible. You ever heard that?
No.
Williams? Yeah. Are things impossible?
Yes.
Yes. Are William and I ever going to dunk a basketball? Probably not. I got a sophomore in my last class who's 6'7". I think he can probably do it. Okay? But William and I don't think it's going to work out for us.
I ain't touched the net.
Okay? Yeah, I can touch the net. Yeah, even my old ass. But if I get those jump shoes, spend all that time running, looking weird, you think it would work, Gabrielle? Probably not.
Put you on stilts, Mike.
Probably not. Okay. There's a difference between what's difficult and what's impossible. Right? That's okay to acknowledge. Right? Who thinks they could not get a 4-point no matter what? Oh, Isabella, perfect. Okay. Now, could you? What's your major? Math? Okay. Pretty tough, right? Could you get a 4-point? Could you give up the band and the core and strictly focus on school and get a 4-point?
Actually, that would be the worst.
It might, okay.
I joined, one of the reasons why I did join the corps was because of structure.
Okay.
And if I didn't have that structure, like, my grades would be worse.
Okay, good, and which is great, which is why a lot of you joined the corps. All right, you wanted the discipline and the structure, which I think is a tremendous thing for you guys to know at your age. Right? Could you get a 4-point?
After the first round exams, I mean, I don't know, it might be a bit too late for me to get that A, but maybe it'd be.
And even got a silver star, okay? I'm just picking on you because I think, Isabel, I've seen you kind of justify your way of what you should and shouldn't do a little bit. That's okay. That's why I was picking on you. You do have, look, some majors are flat out harder than others. Huh?
I mean, there's a lot of things that, like, I know, I would say that I know most of my downfalls until I finally think through them myself.
Yeah, and look, that's all you should do. Do you need a 4-point to go get a job and anything? No. And once you get your first job, does anyone care? No. Okay.
This is literally what I told him last.
Really? Yeah. Okay. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about sometimes. Okay. After you get your first job, doesn't matter, right? Okay. For the most part, if you maybe want to go back to grad school at some point, it might. But even then, they're going to make you take a test, right? You'll figure it out. All right. So, is fatigue caused by muscle failure? No. What causes it?
Brain.
Your brain. Why?
My brains are stingy.
Yeah, they're stingy. Okay. Who thought about this when they learned this last week, related it to PT? Yeah? What happened, Brandon?
Felt better on runs, I guess. Or like when you feel the fatigue setting in on runs, you just realize it's
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, you keep going, right? Yeah, no?
Yeah, I mean, you instantly think about the stories of moms lifting cars, and stuff like that, because their brains just say, okay, my kid is under this car, and like I have to do this, and they tear every muscle in their body, but like their brain just says they can, so they can.
Yeah. Not always a good outcome, maybe for you. Save the kid, you're okay, right? Okay. Who else? Did somebody over here raise their hand? Yeah? Why? What'd you do?
I mean, I've like heard this before and thought about it while like PT, because I'm just like, well, good for those people that can do that with their brains. I just stop now.
So what'd you do?
I stopped now.
You stopped? Okay. Could you have kept going?
Maybe.
Maybe? Or yes?
Depends on if I wanted to or not.
Bingo. Yeah, if you wanted to. Absolutely. Okay? That's up to you. No different than school. Okay? No different than school. Everyone in Core loves to talk about PT and how it relates to everything they do in training and trying to make everybody better. Way more things you can do than just PT. Okay? This is no different. All right? Fatigue should no longer be considered a physical event, but rather a sensation or emotion. Honest to goodness, you're working on pull-ups, right?
Yep.
Mind over matter. Okay, yeah, it's physically hard. Yeah, it takes work. Okay? But could you always do maybe one more? right? You think you're done, you get to a dozen, you're like, crap, I didn't hit my goal. Right? You try and squeak out one more. Maybe you get 12 and a half, but then next time you're up to 13, right? Okay. Did you know Alexa Watman?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
She's a
Badass
good
Marine,
person.
right? She's a good person, okay? I would go to war with her any day, right? All right. Because fatigue is only an early warning system, extreme athletes can push past what seems like the rest of us as natural physical limits of the body. These athletes recognize the first wave of fatigue is never a real limit. With sufficient motivation, they can transcend it. This is you deciding if you want to do it or not. If it's not important to you, you're not going to keep going, right?
Yeah.
But if you want to be like skinny Chris Pratt, you got to keep running, right?
Probably.
Yeah, you want to be heavy Chris Pratt in Parks and Rec. Good, right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good stuff. You like? See, that was just for you. How am I doing?
No, I appreciate it.
Okay. Why do we often feel depleted of willpower before we are?
Because everything in our world just makes us resist it.
Why? Yeah. What?
It's made to be addictive.
Right.
So people can make money.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. Why else? Kevin?
People like comfort. They don't like being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact statistic, but it was like once you feel tired, you can actually push your body about 70% more
Yep.
than what you perceive that to be.
Yep.
One thing that kind of helps is getting comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes. Did we talk about Hell Week and the Navy SEALs in here? What do you know? What happens during Hell Week? What happens during Hell Week?
Hell.
I do.
What? How? Huh?
Well, I've heard of it, but
Yeah.
it's basically it's like 5.5 days where they're having like 4 hours of sleep. There's just like constant PT,
Yep. Yeah. They are kept awake for about a week.
cold and sandy.
Quick, go get wet and sandy. Okay, and it sucks. Okay. Now, this is late in the training. They are almost done. They have to get through Hell Week. They've weeded just about everybody out. Okay. And what happens because they're so invested in their, believe it or not, they want them to be SEALs. So sometimes during Hell Week, people quit. Right? That's when they find their ring out. And the instructors will let them come back if they want to. They'll pull them aside. Nolan gave up. We've been working on it. 3 years we've been trying to be a SEAL. We're halfway through Hell Week. And he says, that's it, I'm done. I haven't slept in several days. I'm out. Instructor will pull him aside. Say, Nolan, think about this. We're almost done. Can you get through it or not? If they go back, they are almost assured not to finish. They quit once. They will do it again. Right? It is almost every single time that that's happened, they will quit again and they're done. Right? The SEALs know they can push you to unbelievable physical past limits. Right? They just want to see if your brain will give up or not. It's not about the physicality. They just want to see if you're going to quit. Right? That's all it comes down to. Okay? So that's why your body's going to say, hey, no, I'm done. All right? It doesn't mean you're out of willpower. It just means you haven't found the right motivation. Okay? And that's up to you guys. And some of you guys even came up with it, right? This week, yeah. Okay, he didn't like me for the other challenges. Got him on the last one. Okay. So, if I tell you you're running PT, Harrison, and you want to stop, and I say, Harrison, you finish this run, I'll give you $100.
How fast I have to do it.
No, I don't care. I just need you to finish. You gonna keep going?
Yeah, easy.
Right. For undergrads? Right? Where's old Johnny football? Okay. Money is a significant motivator to you guys. Right? And that's fine. Right? Just maybe consider the fact that you're gonna make money one day. Right? So again, find the motivation. You guys had some great points, and some of you even touched on that you kind of think you've had the wrong motivation. Right? You have to figure out what will actually keep you going. I went to survival school for the Air Force. There's some stuff they do that's classified. I could tell you guys, but I'd have to kill you all, which I can. Pinky? Not really. But we go out in the field, right, and it's the only time in the Air Force they're allowed to put their hands on you. They can open hand, slap you, and they can backhand you in the stomach. It's not fun. It's not fun. But we go out in the field and we go training because we're escaping and evading, and we have a limited amount of food. And my instructor said, whenever I tell you guys to do something, I want you to do it as efficiently as possible, meaning get it done as quickly as we can. And I was an older guy compared to the rest of the people I was with, and I would do it as quick as I could to get it done. And and the instructor would give me food. Right? I didn't know what the reward was, or anything, but I got extra food. And once the others saw that, then they started copying, okay, and trying to get it done. But the food was there, right? So I was motivated, and it was glorious. We needed it. And my officers kept running out of food. Kept having to feed the officers. Terrible, terrible people, officers. Just kidding. Hang on. All right, for you guys, what's more motivating? Better future or fear of a terrible fate? Why? Olden? What do you say? Was that you?
Yeah.
Why?
I think we always just fear failure, and I think it's an easier motivator to not fail than just be better.
Okay. Same boat? Who's in the same boat? Madison?
Yeah, I've thought a lot about this with like doctor. Like, am I joining it to save lives, or am I fearing like losing lives?
Yeah.
A lot. But I think like ER, they're gonna be worse off without you. So if they die, they're gonna die regardless. But you only have the possibility to save them.
Who? Emma Gamble? By degenerates like myself. How easy is it to remember the times you lost?
So much easier than it is to remember the time you won.
Yeah, despite the fact that you should recall you won, how or why you won, depending on what you gamble on, right?
Yeah.
But we dwell on the negatives, just like Holden brought up. Okay, why? Why don't you? Who's thinking about the better future? So okay, all right, good. William, why?
I don't know. I think it's kind of it goes back to whether you're motivated by reward or motivated by fear.
Mm-hmm.
Really, and I think that for me, and just how like my experiences, I've been more motivated by reward rather than me fearing, something in the future, or just fearing anything, whether it be a leader or whether it be the consequences of not getting something done.
Okay, so just know what your guys are. You guys don't have to have the same thing at all. Just know what yours is, and if it actually motivates you. Isabel.
For me, right now, I would like to be motivated by a dream of a better future, but I don't know what the heck I want to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, excuse me. I'm scared of, like, if I don't finish college, what am I going to do then?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what I want to do in the future. I don't know what there is. I'm scared, like, am I ever going to find something that I enjoy? Because if I don't enjoy it, then I don't have any motivation to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Again, if you took me last semester or even the semester before, we do the grit scale. I give you a test on grit. Okay. And again, it's not an end-all be-all. None of those things are, all right? But hopefully it helps you. The key with grit, though, the reason I like it, it's your perseverance with your passion. When you find things you like doing, you're willing to get them done, right? You're willing to go the extra mile. You're willing to work a little harder, okay? If you don't care, do you want to finish the project? No, you don't care, right? Maybe for your grade, okay? But if you're not that interested, yeah, that's hard. You're not alone. Wait till next year, 482. That's what, most of you guys kind of think SOMS, lame, we're full of crap. And then when we get about a month to graduation, and maybe you don't have a job or you're not sure what you that's when everyone's like, come tell me everything we learned in SOMS again. Okay? Hang in there. Okay? You'll be all right. And look, some people know exactly, they think they know exactly what they're going to do, and they're not going to like it. Some of you're going to go into career field and be like, oh, not for me, I screwed up. It's okay. You'll be okay. All right? Your careers can often change. All right? So, when you find your biggest want power, the thing that gives you the strength when you feel weak, focus on that. When you're tempted to give in on the assignments or quit running or whatever project you're doing, or whether it's your language or your whatever you're working on, just find the right motivation, okay? Which is hard. A lot of you guys haven't thought about it. Some of you came here just because that was the thing to do, right? I'm supposed to go to school and get a degree, okay? And Madison knows exactly what she wants to do, okay? But even then, has reservations, right? Okay, fair enough. You guys aren't alone. Okay, what happened in the forest game? The people were given 500 acres.
Oh, a lot of them just failed.
They failed. Why?
Because they wanted to make money.
Yeah, short term or long term.
Well, they wanted it now.
They wanted it now, right? And what happened with their 500 acres?
Decimated.
Burned it all up, right? Should they be running our national forest?
No.
Probably not. Okay. This is not in there. Okay, but this book, Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. He's a Holocaust survivor who should have died multiple times during the Holocaust. Okay, book is incredible. I highly recommend it. If you maybe Isabel, you might really enjoy it. If you're looking for a little motivation, or just trying to figure out a little more. The reason I bring him up, okay, so what we used to think, if we had a hierarchy of people, okay, Emory, finance, right? Okay, let's say, so Emory's running a bank, okay, Madison's a doctor, Kelly, crayon-eating Marine, okay, right? And we put you, picking on you, I love Marines, okay. I'm picking on you. Well, if we put you guys all together, okay, and we're in concentration camp, things are bad, right? What we used to think was that actually leveled the playing field, that no matter their background or where they came from, everyone would kind of resort to the same level of trying to survive, take care of one another, whatever, okay? What actually happens? Anybody know?
Their raw selves comes out.
It gets worse the other way. The self-preservation, okay? And I'm not saying this would be, Madison's a doctor, probably cares about people and helping him. Madison may become so focused on just surviving that she's going to treat people terribly, right? And what happened in the camps is that some of these people, and he talks about them, but one was a banker, so I just happened to pick on you randomly, but one of them was a banker, right? And he did everything he could to buddy up to the German captives, so he got more food. Okay? So when we get in these tough situations, it can actually get worse, and you will see people's true colors come out. Sometimes it is not good, right? And unfortunately, when you're in the workforce, people will let you down. Aaron, you good? Yeah. Don't hold your head up. I'll sleep. So, Man's Search for Meaning, if anybody's interested, it's relatively short. It is an incredibly powerful book and a great read. Easter Island. What happened on Easter Island?
Deforested it.
Yeah. Why? What happened?
They wanted to build lots of stuff.
Yeah, build stuff. What else? Why did they tear down the forest? You're right. You may remember? No, only 3 of you read. What was the result? What happened to the people of Easter Island? They're gone. All we have left is these weird face-looking things. And there must have been one dude who just looked like that. He was like, I don't look like that. Make another one. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. All right?
That was going.
Okay. Okay. We have a natural focus to, we have a natural tendency to focus on immediate gains, right? If we actually want to prevent future disasters like the forest and Easter Island, it's not just a matter of caring. Change requires doing. That is a hard thing, right? Can you make good decisions when your willpower is depleted?
Yes.
Is it harder?
Heck yeah.
Most of us don't make good decisions when our willpower is depleted. Most of us don't. All right. Does anybody here know who Norman Borlaug is? Oh, thank God. Every one of you should know who Norman Borlaug is. We have the Borlaug Institute on campus. Who's Norman Borlaug?
He's kind of like the father of modern food in a sense. He went to Mexico and kind of like revolutionized their wheat production, and then went to countries and like saved them from starvation by creating GMOs in order to bring up their exportation of wheat and
Bingo.
commodities.
Yep. Which major?
Ag economics.
Awesome. Good for you. Okay. William? Or Nolan, anything to add?
That was great.
We have the Borlaug Institute on campus. He didn't go to school here, but he worked here for like 25 years, and they call him the father of the Green Revolution, which is was growing food, not like a peace movement or whatever. But yeah, his deal was we can't solve world peace on empty stomachs. So he changed how we grow grains in different climates. So, and is credited with saving over 1 billion lives. Right? Pretty fascinating dude. Worked here. We have the Borlaug Institute on campus. Do a little homework, know about it, because you're Aggies, and you should be proud of that. Okay? No different than willpower. Okay? If we're hungry, if we're tired, if we're sleep deprived, if we have other things going on like in life that happens, we tend to make not so great decisions. Okay? As an individual, can you take steps to strengthen your self-control? Yeah, we've been doing it, right? Kelton, great example, paying off. Okay? Excellent. Will it make a difference? Yeah. I hope so. Okay? It should. All right, we're almost done there. Okay, what is choice architecture? Anybody? Guesses?
I got guesses.
What is it?
I assume, let's say your choice, whether good or bad, is like building blocks, and then you're just building a building with all your choices. And you're trying to achieve something.
No, but I like it.
Okay.
It's good effort. What do you got, Harrison?
Like marketing-ish, like sort of like, oh, we're at A&M, so we want a lot of maroon, and you know.
Bingo.
We
Okay.
don't like the Coke building because it's orange, and no,
What happens when you go to HEB and you're at the checkout line? What's right in front of you?
All the easy to grab stuff.
Bingo. Okay. When you go to Whataburger and they say, "Do you want a large or whatever?" They're asking you because they want you to do it. Okay. I thought this was interesting. Who like Easter candy? You don't really. You're thinking chocolate eggs, right? Chocolate rabbits, which is not this. Put right on there. Great for Easter egg hunts. It's literally trying to get you to think, oh, yeah, I do need that candy. And look, the colors are even different from Halloween. Okay? Everything they're trying to do is to get you to make that choice. Instagram. Who likes golf? You start liking golf stuff on Instagram, what happens?
All your feed is
A
golf.
whole bunch.
Everything, right? Okay? So be careful what you like, right? How many of you would be like, I don't want anybody looking at stuff I look at? Okay? So, okay, thanks for being honest. Okay? All that is designed, social media is designed to be addictive. Right? It's designed to pull you in. And you guys had some pretty good insight about that last week. Choice architecture is trying to get you to do it. It is building you in, almost like tunneling you into it. Okay? So you got to be aware of it. Okay, here's the answers. People who are free to choose anything most often choose against their long-term interests. In the book, they talk about the candy addict. What did he do?
Put a jar of jelly beans right in this hallway.
Yeah. He put, instead of hiding it, he put it right out in front of him, and what happened?
He actually decided he was really happy when he resisted.
Yeah, at first it was harder, right? This dude never passed up on candy, okay? And at first it was harder, right? Taking a couple. Then he was like, oh, I don't have to, right? And actually got better at it, right? But we tend not to do this. Okay? Limits on self-control suggest it's not just because you're irrational, all right? It's not you saying, screw tomorrow, I'm only worried about today, right? You may simply be too tired to act against your own impulses, right? So, how can you support your most exhausted self?
Feed it.
Feed it? Yes, good. What else?
Go work out.
Go work out. Okay. What else?
Sounds weird, but kind of like consistency.
What do you mean?
Well, all of the things you mentioned up there, being tired, exhausted, hungry, were actually things we had to go through. And then at OCS, and then our decisions were tested based on that. So they would start us by like waking us up at 3 in the morning,
Yeah.
go on a 6-mile ruck, and then see if we could perform fire team tactics.
Yep.
And still be able to do that. And so at that point, you kind of just have to rely on consistency in what you know and habit.
Yeah.
So
Of just getting yourself through it, right? Yeah. Absolutely. Okay. Good. What else?
Don't set yourself up for failure. So like, for me at least, if I am extremely tired, working 2 feet from my bed is not the greatest.
Just
So,
look
like,
at it.
Yeah, my desk is right there, bed is right there, it's too easy, so like I have to get out of the dorms or like at least out of my room
Yeah.
to not set myself up to have that temptation.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Some of you guys kind of touched on this, right? We can't control everything. You cannot control everything. You will absolutely wear yourself out, right? Some of you got, how many people like got worn down just trying the exercises last week? And what happened?
Oh, after about 4 hours, it used to annoy me too much, so I just stopped.
Just give it. Great. Good peer pressure. Harrison?
I'm just tired. I didn't do it for myself. I just wasn't in the bed.
That's right. What was the deal? To go to the rec every day? Your roommate bet you or something? Friend of yours just bet you. So he's complaining right after class about this challenge. He's like, I'm not doing any of it. And then what happens?
And I did all of it.
Well, for a bet, right?
For a bet,
Yeah.
yeah. Spike.
Okay, so at least you learned some about yourself, right? Good. All right. So, train like an intelligent athlete. Okay, on whatever you're working on, whatever you want to do, whatever you're trying to be, push yourself a little bit, but do pace yourself. You should take assurance in that. Okay, I'm not trying to wear you guys out any more than you already are, but you can probably do a little more, right? And then you set yourself up for success. Okay? So give it a shot. Okay? Any questions? Okay. This week's assignment is we're starting on the ILDP. Again, it's custom made. It's a new one just for this one. If you did anybody not take SOMS 380? Everyone's good? Okay, there's just one thing that we'll get into about from last semester that you'll use, but it's easy. There's no required reading this week, so please give me some effort. It's only a couple sections. We'll take it a piece at a time, but please put some effort into what we're doing, okay? It's all posted on there, pretty self-explanatory. And you basically already worked on some of it through your discussion posts. Cool? Okay. Go be awesome. Have a wonderful week.